Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup? In 1963, farmer Peter Hicks electrified his car to ward off what? Lollipop ladies, pigeons, traffic wardens. Jane Seymour's character in the 007 film. In what Da Vinci work is Jesus sitting immediately to the left? Which country's 21st century leaders have included Bertie Ahern, Enda Kenny and Leo Varadkar?
So my box of photo books have just arrived, and honestly, this was the easiest way to make a photo book.
What name is given to background music in Which member of the royal family played rugby for Scotland at schoolboy level? Peter Phillips, Viscount Lin. The phrase, "cross my palm with silver," is associated with what group of people? Tax collectors, fortune. What is the name of the female cartoon mouse voiced by Russi Taylor for over 30 years? Jerry Gerbil, Minnie Mouse, Rita Rat. Stone the Flamin' Crows is a catchphrase most associated with a character in what soap? EastEnders, Hollyoaks, Home and Away. Who wrote, "The natural state of the football fan is bitter disappointment"? Nick Hornby, Piers Morgan, Alan Davies. Who paid $44 billion for Twitter in 2022? Which of these is a definition of the phrase, "in spades"? Hardworking, without success, to a very high degree. Which of these fish is described as jawless, guppy, lamprey, conger eel? Which of these footballing duos had a top 20 hit single? Bright and Ride, Hoddle and Waddle, Giles and Styles. Which of these games does not require dice? Monopoly, backgammon, chess. Applejack is a brandy distilled from what alcoholic drink? Beer, cider, perry. Which of these films did John Travolta feature in first? Which of these is Australian slang for a can of beer? Pipe, tube, roll. Which of these would you not wear on your foot? Balaclava. Which of these creatures can be described as anthropogod, parrot, crocodile, jellyfish? Which of these was a hit for the Chainsmokers? Hashtag photobombs, hashtag selfie, hashtag twerk. What is the main flavor of the liqueur creme de cacao? Cinnamon, chocolate, coffee. Which of these hobbyists would call their B.G. Morris Gibb married which of these singers? Which of these films features the ABBA song? Which of these numbers is a multiple of? Jane Austen is remembered as. What are used to play the casino game Shumid? Which of the Spice Girls was the first to become a mother? Posh Spice. Which of these sitcoms debuted on UK TV most recently? It Ain't Half Hot Mum. Which of these castles is in Wales? Alnwick, Warwick. Boomerang was a 2013 hit single for which female? Which of these was? What are the iconic red London buses called? In rugby union, what number shirt is worn by the hooker? What is the exterior of Westminster Cathedral built with? What item of footwear do Australians call a thong? In which country is the musical Les Miserables set? Cork wine is commonly said to smell like what? Cephalometry is the measurement and study of what? Cephalometry is the measurement and study of what? Hands and feet, neck and back, head and face. At Wimbledon, what do people stand in the queue for? At Wimbledon, what do people stand in the queue for? Used balls, strawberries and cream, tickets. Penny for the guy is a phrase associated with what day? What sport features in the UK magazine Spikes? Ludology is the study of what? Ludology is the study of what? Machinery, acting, games. The organ known as the syrinx allows a bird to do what? What is the term for playing a hole 3 under par in golf? Launched in 1954, the USS Nautilus was the world's first. The Battle of Orgreave took place during which of these events? Jacobite Rebellion, Miners' Strike, Siege of Sevastopol. In the musical, The Sound of Music, who is described as a flibbertigibbet? Maria Liesl. James Arthur and Leona Lewis are former winners of which show? The X Factor, MasterChef, The Apprentice. Roberto Mancini won 3 Serie A titles as manager of what football club? Atalanta, Inter Milan, Parma. Which chemical element derives its name from the Latin for earth? Rubidium, samarium, tellurium. Who said to Pope Benedict, "Thank you, Your Holiness," awesome speech? Nicolas Sarkozy. Who is both the editor of Private Eye and a regular team captain on Have I Got News for You? Ian Wright, Ian McKellen, Ian Hislop. What West European country has reclaimed land known as polders from the sea? San Marino, the Netherlands.